all you need to know, the Bloomberg Quint podcast that prepares you for the day's business.
Good morning, and thanks so much for tuning into this daily morning podcast from Bloomberg Quint. I'm Neeraj Shah, and unfortunately, yet again, the news flow is grim this morning. Australia and Thailand have reported the first deaths due to coronavirus yesterday. South Korea added another 376 cases as of Sunday morning, bringing the total number of confirmed cases in the country to over 3,500. However, there were no additional fatalities, and the death toll stood at 17th as of yesterday 9 a.m. local time. Remember, South Korea has the largest number of confirmed cases outside mainland China, where most of the infections and deaths have occurred. All of this is impacting business and economy. The first real result is the China PMI data released on Saturday, which was not pretty, with the manufacturing PMI plunging to 35.7 for the month of February from levels of 50 in January, and against a median estimate of 45. By all counts, this would be a record low, since in 2008 crisis periods too, the number of the Chinese PMI had slipped only to 38.8. The positive news is, though, that the National Bureau of Statistics in China said that the work resumption rate had risen to 79% in mid and large enterprises and expected to shoot up to 90% by end of next month. The Chinese markets are certain to get impacted due to this. Remember, those have lost more than 5% in the trading week ended last Friday, the most since April last year, and are not starting off on a good note today. More on that in a bit though. The focus will also be in the yuan today, which could now weaken through 7 to the dollar mark. Amongst the standout casualties, the business impact is witnessed on airline business, with American Airlines suspending operations to and from Milan effective until April 25th. The carrier cited a reduction in demand for the suspension. Emirates and a few other airlines, of course, have ceased operations due to the scare of infections spreading. Back home, India's gross domestic product or GDP grew by 4.7% in the third quarter of 2019-20. This compares to a revised 5.1% growth in the second quarter. The first estimate had pegged the second quarter growth at 4.5%. A Bloomberg poll of 45 economists had estimated the Q3 GDP growth at 4.7%, and thus, on the advanced estimate of growth for FY20, the GDP growth for the fourth quarter is implicitly estimated at 4.6 after the numbers came in line with estimates. SBI Cards and Payment Services has raised 2,769 crore rupees from 74 anchor investors ahead of its IPO starting today. Monetary Authority of Singapore, Government Pension Fund Global, and mutual fund houses like Axis, Birla, and HDFC are amongst the anchor investors. The IPO, which is priced at a price band of 750 to 55 rupees, is expected to see a robust response despite the coronavirus scare in world markets. But the threat of the pandemic tipped the US stocks Friday into the worst rout in any week since October 2008 for those. The European Union stocks also fell about 12% last week, and India has had the largest outflow from foreign investors since August 2015. FIs withdrew around 11,300 crore rupees from the Indian markets last week and ended up turning net sellers for the month of February by pulling out over 19,400 crore rupees after 3 months of inflows. The Asian screen is looking weak. China notwithstanding, the Australian markets, KOSPI have all started off weak, and the SGX Nifty, while indicating a start which is flattish, could well be flattering to deceive right now. Let's see, time will tell. It's over to Darshan Mehta now for the trade setup in India. Good morning, Darshan. What's standing out?
Hi Neeraj, good morning everyone. The US and the European markets were down over the weekend. Even if you're looking at the US market futures, they are down in trade. Asia is down in trade, but the SGX Nifty is mildly holding on to the positive territory as of now. But in terms of stocks to watch, the Feb 2020 auto sales are out. Maruti sales were down 1.1% at 1,47,110 units. The estimate was 1,46,045 units. The total domestic volume sales were down 3.6%. Exports were up 7%. M&M Auto total sales was down 42% at 32,476 units. The estimate was 47,000 units. So extremely weak set of numbers. Both domestic sales and export sales were down significantly over 40%. Tata Motors total sales was down 32% at 40,634 units. The estimate was 44,772 units, so extremely weak set of numbers. Eicher Motors, the commercial unit VECV, their total sales was down 29% at 4,586 units. In terms of the big news to watch will be the opening of SBI Cards and Payment Services. The issue date is from today to March 5th. The price band is 750 to 755 per share, which makes that the issue size is close to 10,276 crores to 10,341 crores, and post market cap at the higher end it will be close to 71,000 crore market cap. Bharti Airtel says that the company has carried on self-assessment for FY 2006-07 onwards up to December 31st, 2019. According to the company, they have paid an additional 3,004 crores for towards full and final payment towards the AGR, and this is over the 10,000 crores already paid on Feb 17. The company has also deposited an additional amount of 5,000 crores as an ad hoc payment. So they have actually deposited close to 8,000 crores over and above the 10,000 crores they had put in earlier. Now this is surprising again. There was an issue with the US FDA regulator. Dr. Reddy's has said that the US FDA investigator has revised the Form 483 with the one observation in place of two which was given earlier for the formulation manufacturing plant at Bachupalli. Adani Gas says that Total Holdings SAS has acquired additional 41.1 crore shares in the company, representing 37.4% stake. The sellers include the Adani family, Agro Trade Investment, Worldwide Emerging Market Holding, Universal Trade and Investments. Affle India has acquired the mobile advertising technology company MediaSmart and Cal Gracias de Paredes for cash consideration of 5.1 million euros. Also sticking with Affle, both Avenue Supermarts and Affle India have been shifted to the trade-to-trade category. In terms of other bulk deals, Relay BV, that is Diageo, has bought in additional 50 lakh shares in the company via a block deal. And in brokerages, JP Morgan has upgraded Bharat Electronics to an overweight. Credit Suisse has upgraded Godrej Consumer to an outperform, and Macquarie has raised the target price for most of the gas companies, that is IGL, MGL, as well as Gujarat Gas. But there's much more you need to know before trade actually starts. For that, log on to our website bloombergquint.com and click on the All You Need to Know tab, and you will be prepared for morning trade.
Thanks, Darshan, for that. Remember, amongst other good news, because we should end with good news, that GST collections in India have topped the 1 lakh crore mark yet again. However, that is unlikely to move the market. What are the credit markets, the week ahead for China factory outputs, and fund flows into or out of the emerging markets. The Dow futures, as we speak, were pointing towards a downside. Let's hope they improve. Have a good day, everyone.
I hope you enjoyed listening to All You Need to Know. Did you know that you could listen to the show on the IVM Podcast app? On the IVM Podcast app, along with this, we have a number of other shows which you think you'll enjoy. Listen to Cyrus Says with Cyrus Brocha as the host. Listen to Paisa Vaisa with Anupam Gupta. The Scene and the Unseen with Amit Verma, or Shunya One hosted by Shiladitya Mukhopadhyay and myself. Check out the IVM Podcast app to get more talk content that you will enjoy.